Hey everybody, this is Mr. Kevin in beautiful Humboldt County, California, and welcome to Two Tip Tuesday. Welcome to
Two Tip Tuesday.
Two Tips on a Tuesday.
Tips on a Tuesday.
Two Tip Tuesday.
Two Tip Tuesday. You get 2 tips.
Two Tip Tuesday.
So we're doing scrap pieces of wood today on Two Tip Tuesday. How you can use scrap to help mark things and hold things up and be part of your life. I use scrap wood all the time for all sorts of things, and I'm leaning on something right now that I'm going to use. I'm going to show you what it's for. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, it's the next day. I guess I had a camera malfunction on Two Tip Tuesday, so I have to do this early in the morning. It's like 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. Oh boy, I'm exhausted. Spraying for 8 hours in a day is bad. Look at my nose. My nose is hurting because I wear a mask all the time. So yesterday I was talking about scrap wood and how I use it for, putting my drawers down and belt sanding. And the other one was my this thing right here. So this is the drawer front hole thingamabobber. And what it is just a scrap piece of wood with a series of lines on it. You can see I put little lines here, and I put them on the end, and I put them on this side. So I use the drawer front hole thingamabobber to mark the holes for my drawer front holes, for my drawer front screws. Here. I don't know if can you see that right there? These little holes here. Yeah, holes. So to hold on drawer fronts, I'm all framed up. So these little holes right here are to hold on the drawer fronts, and the reason they're a little larger is because I like to move out my drawer front. You want to move it around a little bit in the opening, especially when you have inset drawers. You want to be able to manipulate and maneuver the drawer fronts as much as possible. If your drawer fronts are solid wood, you want to let them expand and contract. And that's what these little holes do. So to get these holes all beautiful, see how they're all like, you see that? I hope you can see that. They're all in the same spot and it looks symmetrical. Good golly, this is hard to do. I'm holding it up in the air. It's kind of stupid. I just use them to mark the hole. So I put it in place, I put a mark here, and then I flip it over and do the other side, boom, and I mark it there, and I do the same on the bottom, flip it over, put it to the bottom, use the same mark there, and I go all the way around, and that's what I do. And that way all your holes are symmetrical. I've had this for years. I always use this. It's another one of those little Two Tip Tuesday scrap things. You just have a little marking jig, and you can use any hole, or you can use any line you want, because sometimes you have wider boxes, and then you have narrower ones too, like this one. Look how small this one is. So you can use different lines. Yeah, you just pick a line, whatever, and you could do whatever you like. These are pretty much centered, and I do the same thing. This is a good thickness, or this is a good width for the, for where I mark the line. It's a good width from the edge to here. Boy, this is hard to do when you're half asleep. So, marking jig. Another one of those Two Tip Tuesday things, marking jig. I got lines all the way around. You can pick any line you want because you're the cook. You could use this. See, I'll mark this as the front. I got it on both sides. So this is the front, and then when I put my mark down there, I'll just mark it, and they're all the same. And that helps make everything nice with the uniformity. Yeah, the uniformity makes everything uniform, and it's nice. And boom, and there you go. Another one of those Two Tip Tuesday little tricks. Little scrap pieces of wood. We use scrap for all sorts of things. And patent pending. My drawer front guide thingamabobber. Happy Two Tip Tuesday. Now I gotta take the dog for a walk because otherwise he gets all pissed off. Well, here's the top. I just set it there. I'm going to take my trusty little pencil, mark it on the first line, and put a little hash mark. Do the same thing on this here side. Do this backwards. Make sure you got your scrap wood down here. And there you go. Knock it all out. You have symmetrical holes, and I just use that for. I've been using this for years. One of those quick little two-tip Tuesday tips. Just make yourself a piece of scrap wood with a little thing on it, and you can use it as a drawing guide for all of your drawer front screws. And I know a lot of you people who don't do this for a living are like, "What the hell is he talking about?" But trust me, little things like this work really well, and they're really fast. Okay. A bird got into my shop the other day and shit all over everything. Oh, look at him, he's right there. That same stupid bird. Baxter, bark at him. Go away, you dummy. They get in the shop and hang out in the rafters because it's nice, and then they poop everywhere. I had poop on my drawers. That's no good. Sheesh. All right, back to Two-Tip Tuesday. So I'm doing a bunch of drawers, as you can see over here, drawers. And I showed you earlier how I drill my little holes in the drawer front and make them all symmetrical and cool looking. Well, the next thing I do with scrap, and I have some old ACX scrap that I use from a subtop for a bar I'm building out in Willow Creek. And I'm sorry if the color's terrible, because I've been going since 5:30 this morning, and it's 10:30 now, and I need to take a break, so you're part of the break. So anyway, what I do is I take scrap and I lay it down below here, so I can get it down low, so I can belt sand. And I put those on there like this. And if you make drawers like I do, and there's a video right here on how to make the most awesome drawers ever, I have a removable bottom. Removable bottom comes out, and so I can get in here and spray it and finish it, and I can also sand it. You put the drawer down on your pieces of plywood, and you can just skew these down. You don't want to make them too far, just about an inch or so, so they move around a little bit. And that way you can belt sand this, because just sanding this by hand is terrible. The other thing is, I keep them a little bit spaced apart here for this, because I got to sand the back too. Put it in like this, and boom, sand it. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll do it real quick. All right, here we go. All right, make sure you're all ready to go and everything's locked down, and off we go. Oh man, I turned the damn thing off. Good golly, hit the wrong button. Okay, so we did this side. I'm just going to flip it over like this. Put it in here like that. Make sure this is butted up against that piece there, otherwise it's going to flip on you. It ain't no good. There we go. Alright, see, it works with the back side, but now since you put it this way, and it's got an inch or two on this side, it's good for this way too. So here we go. I'm going to do it real fast. Well, it'll probably take me a minute. I'll screw it up. Voila. My belt's a little dull, that's why it takes a little time to do. So if you're trying to figure out how you're going to belt sand the edges, or I have an edge sander, but it's kind of big. This is like, how big this is? Let me check it out. What do you think? It's 10 inches. Let's do that. Family show. Okay, and there you go. So as you can see, it's all sanded now. It's all pretty, and then all I'm going to do now is pad sand them, or not pad sand them. I'll use my orbital sander and sand it out. And then first I got to do this side. See how burned up that is? Ugh. And it's all gluey. So, and that's another piece of scrap, and that's why you got to keep scrap around the shop and not get rid of it. Get rid of it all the time and stuff. And so you got scrap for drilling holes in your stuff. And it's pretty strong too. You can bump into it. Look, I'm blue now. I changed colors. So, For Two-Tip Tuesday, you got your marking jig, a little piece of wood scrap that you can use to put all sorts of different kind of holy things in there or whatever you want. It's a drawer front hole thingamabobber. Yep, patent pending. You got scrap for, drilling into, because you don't want to drill holes into your workbench. It's just stupid. And plus it keeps this from blowing out so much. Comes out much cleaner. And on the third tip on Two-Tip Tuesday is save some plywood, and put down there for belt sanding at a lower angle. Because if I put this on the top here, try belt sanding way up here, it hurts your back, and it's silly, and it blows dust in your face. So down here, it's much more better. All right. Well, thanks for watching Two-Tip Tuesday. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the unlike button. Whatever. Not everybody. I can't please everybody. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to hear more baloney from me. And thanks for watching Woodworking with Mr. Kevin, because that's me. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. And we'll see you next time on Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. Oh, on Two-Tip Tuesday. It's Two-Tip Tuesday. Two-Tip Tuesday. Boy, I tell you, my brain ain't working right today. What? Am I overexposed? Oh no, under the gun. This is very bright. There are people that say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Right? You've heard that before. I love doing what I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love everything except for one thing. Spray and finish. Spray and finish sucks. And sanding. Do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, those people are freaking idiots. Because it doesn't matter how much you love it, it's still work. And it's still a job, and there's going to be things you don't like to do. And you still have to do it. You can't just not sand your wood, and you just can't not put finish on it. Who likes spray and finish? Nobody. All right, sorry for the rant. Happy Two-Tip Tuesday. Hold on.
Two-Tip Tuesday.